Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, is there a brand new King or Queen toon, aka the best character in PvE? So we're gonna look at that, got some stats for you to kind of dive into. I'd love if you have some more information on it to let me know, but you'll see what I'm talking about when I get to it. Got another award nomination that we're talking about there, and we're also going to discuss, given that the invasion for Doctor Strange is over, we're going to discuss those badges a little bit. So I'm going to dive into that some, and let me know your thoughts there as well. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. Probably the easiest way to follow along, chat, etc. And if you just want to help out that algorithm, hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe. Appreciate that always. And YouTube also has this new way to support the channel down there somewhere about memberships and stuff if you want to help support. So anyway, let's get to it.
Bring me WolverThor!
Okay, first, real quick, it looks like, let's go! Congrats to Marvel Future Revolution for being a finalist of Apple Design Awards 2022 in the innovation category. So, congrats. I know as somebody who plays this game and generally enjoys the gameplay, I'm happy to see award nominations. I still want certain things in the game. I want the population to increase, all that sort of thing. There was a marketing push around this Scarlet Witch event. But it's all about retaining players. So I hope these award type things, I hope fixes in the game that they're doing are going to help that in the long run. So I definitely think the game's got a lot of potential. We'll see how it keeps shaking. So, all right, now let's get to probably why you're here. New best PvE character in the game. We're gonna be basing this off of the results from the invasion. So got these, all I've got right now is top 8 in the world. If anybody has what this is showing is the top 8 characters, players, their score for the recent invasion in Doctor Strange. Now, again, we don't know if we've got everybody, and I've only got a top 8 here, but if you know of higher scores than what I'm showing here in this score column, please let me know. All right. So let's just jump to the top 1 here. All right. We'll go through all of them, but top 1. The Forgotten One from the Sakaar server, a Star-Lord. Now the gear they had there was Osiris, but the part that surprised me the most was Star-Lord. And actually I shouldn't say surprised me the most, because I will say that I've seen a Star-Lord do pretty heavy damage in PvE. I believe it was a flame build, and we covered some of this in our stats video about a week or two ago, where the more multipliers you have up a little bit, the better damage you can do. So characters like Storm and Star-Lord have stuff like chill damage, shock damage, flame damage that they can add into their multipliers through cards, through their exclusives, etc. So I'm not super surprised by seeing this. The higher you can get that percent up means more things to multiply by. So, I mean, I've not seen it before though, so I'm wondering, and I've actually heard some good things about, I'm assuming the Forgotten One had this in flame damage. If not, please, anybody who knows the Forgotten One from Sakaar, I know there's some folks who are on that server who watch or subscribe to the channel, watch the videos. Let me know what sort of Star-Lord that person is. I'm assuming it's flame, but I don't know that for certain. But I'm very impressed regardless. I don't know if the Forgotten One is just a really good player, if they figured out how to sort of optimize their build in that particular invasion, but I love seeing a Star-Lord there. When I'm going to do my rankings again, I'm definitely going to factor that in, but I would like to know a little bit more about it. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, Star-Lord is pushing themselves to the top of the character list once again. Even in PvP, hearing a lot more people talk about the ability to kind of stay in that iframe, which is sort of crazy. All right, of course, Claire is in the top 2. Great Storm character, stud stat guru. Always doing really good things. Storm is typically one of the characters you see all the way at the top of this thing. Oddly enough, there's only 2 Storms here, so I was kind of all right, I see you. And one Claire's not even wearing specials. It's a Hydra set. So that's really, really impressive. Again, Claire, I wouldn't be surprised. Probably one of the best min-maxers based on just general stat knowledge. So either way, great job with the Storm there. And then we've got Iron Man, of course. We've got 2 Iron Mans on there. Actually, it looks like the most of any character in the top 8 is at 2. And it looks like there's 2 Widows, 2 Storms, and 2 Iron Men. So Meme, Iron Man wrote, and Steel comes in 3rd. And then Steel 16 at the New Stark City server, also Iron Man wrote, which is Rise of the East. So that's pretty impressive. And you see Widows are both Rise of the East as well. So you know that's a good gear set that you can move around a little bit as well. Coming at number 4 is another Storm Rescue, also in New Stark City. And then Mamba, a fellow Alliance mate. I will say very stud Widow. When we're running through Dark Zone, dude can put up 90 million and like that. I mean, we have some prime boss fights that are less than, I swear, 7 seconds, and he'll have 90 million. I'm like, all right. That's impressive. You know what I mean? So yeah, Mamba is a good player all around. PS Piggies, Widow wrote as well. Very similar score. I don't know them, but looks like I'm sure they did similar tactics as Mamba did. Jav is a Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange is in the top 8. Impressive there. They're still talking about adjustments with him. So I'm impressed that Jav did get that high of a score, but I know Doctor Strange can do some damage in PvE. And then I already mentioned Steel is the 8th player. So if you know of higher scores, please do comment below. Please do come in the Discord. But I really wanted to talk mostly about Star-Lord here and getting the top spot. I just thought that was really impressive. And I want to know some details behind it if anybody knows it. So now, having said that, we know that the Strange invasion's over, and I wanted to talk about the badges a little bit. So I've got some items. Let's see here. Let's find a way to move myself here, and boom. All right, we'll float up here. So we've got some badges. You can see just in this image, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it shows the thing below it that they can get. So the odd ones, 1, 3, and 5, all increase max damage by a percentage for a certain amount of seconds based on landing a critical hit. The one for number 1 was a couple percent higher that I had on there. I might have actually clicked the wrong one there. That might have been a +1. I'll double check that. But it was still, I liked that general badge. I think that, at least for a Widow, because I crit a lot, so I certainly love to try to get that max damage rate up. And you can almost keep it up non-stop. There's like a 1 second difference, because you get that crit hit, you've got that max damage for 7 seconds. And the cooldown of the crit hit is 8 seconds. So you've got a second gap, and then you go again. So you get that max damage increase basically non-stop. So I do really sort of like that. It's pretty solid. And then on the even badges, 2, 2, 4, and 6, I don't know. I mean, so they're different. The first one's the second badge increases skill damage by 7 for 7 seconds. I still didn't really end up loving that one. I think of all of them, there's still some questions a little bit that I've heard different people say different things about what it does, but it's again helping with some of the percentage marks. The 4 badge here decreases remaining cooldown by 10%. I've heard that most people didn't notice a difference in that they didn't really see much there, and I was kind of like, okay, I mean, if that's the case, I didn't play with that badge, and frankly, I didn't dive too much into the stream badges. I pushed for number 1 badge today a bit, and I'll show you guys even what I got just to sort of end the video when I get there. But yeah, it reduces cooldown, maybe not served. And then the 6 badge decreases stamina consumption by 15% for 7 seconds upon landing max damage hit. And all of these are based on landing a max damage hit, which is typically that orange flashy number. And you got to notice when there's a crit hit, which I think is like yellow, or maybe it's just orange. Let me see as my Widow's kind of jumping in the background here. But the max damage hit, I believe, is more when it's flashing. And then I think the crit is orange, but now I'm looking at them and they all sort of look it's very similar as far as crits and max damage hits. So I'm not even sure you could tell personally. But anyway, so all of those decent, but you know, Thanos badges are really what I think a lot of people still love in here. All right, in the special badge creation workshop, what was the one that I had for 8%? Badge 1. So when you come in here, you just click these, you can select it, look at it, and then go here and bonus that 8. So yeah, it looks like I just copied the wrong one in there. So it can go up to 6%. And then if you go up higher, I probably just did. And if you go up to here to +5 and then select, actually you click here again and then do this and then see. Yeah, so that part of it, it just depends which one you click on. Earlier when I did that was what that was based on. So anyway, so that was those badges. Again, I love the Thanos ones a bit better. Again, there's RNG to these, which unfortunately it can go the wrong way. This was the part that, you know, I didn't love about this, where, you know, you could get, you know, one or the other, and it's a 50% roll. So this one's not so bad, but when you get into some of these other badges, you know, like the ones with HP on it or defense, then that's really when you're talking about, you know, okay, well, I don't want HP, I want cooldown decrease. So the Thanos badges seem to be reigning supreme, but I think if you mix that in a little bit with some of the strange badges, it's pretty good. So now me personally, like I said, I went into you know, the first badge today. I ended up with this one. This was the second one I got. Wasn't great, but honestly, I was sort of already pot committed because I already went to one before and failed on it. Now, the accuracy rate's an extra add, which was nice. I would have loved a double red for additional crit rate. And I, you know, got a bunch more crit damage here. So now I'm over cap on crit damage. Luckily with Widow, I've got a specialization that can bring that up. But what I also got, which I was really sort of bummed about, and this is where these badges just stink. I brought this to +5. So again, I like the crit rate. I like the crit damage. The attack, I was like, all right, it's pretty solid. But I was waiting to get a good core roll. And guess what? I didn't get it. So that was where, again, these badges just sort of stink. So, you know, here's an example. I ran out of seals for this one. Plus, I didn't really love, as soon as I got the HP, that's what I did. I got the HP and I was done with it. This one, I got 2 HP rolls on it. And I was like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna bring that one up. This one, I just was kind of like, I don't know if I want to build that one up at all. We'll see what we want by the end. So, I like the special badge system. It's different. The RNG to them is a little bit tough at times, but it, you know, some of these things in the game do have these RNG aspects. So that's all I got. Again, I wanted to mention that I wanted to hit a PvE best character in game type thing, go over the based on what they had there. Congratulate Netmarble for being nominated. We'll see if that means for population, etc. Probably not much. It's all about what's in the game, keeping people interested, and then talk about kind of the finalization of the strange invasion. So congratulations all you who did great. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, click notification bell, subscribe, all that sort of thing. And if you want, tell your niece, nephews, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandma, grandpas about the channel videos. They might want to watch. You don't know. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.